Hello and welcome back to Beyond the Try Line in partnership with SOCS. So it's your weekly podcast looking at all things Daily Mail Trophy. I'm Russ McCluskey. He's Phil Greenaway. Mate, how are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. It's been a hell of a week of school rugby and really looking forward to this weekend. We're up at Cheltenham. Well, I'm up at Cheltenham for the Cheltenham versus Rugby School fixture, which will be magic, and hoping the weather holds. And you'll be down at Habs.
So I don't reckon the weather's going to be any good for that, but it's Habs Monmouth versus Kingswood. But anyway, less of the flirting, the chat. We are at the Nexus in Kensington, which is an amazing venue, isn't it? And we're in the podcast studio, this music studio, which is insane. We're together as well for once, but we've also got somebody else with us. We have got Henry Pollock on the pod. Mate, how are you? You're good?
Very well, thank you. Yeah, good, thank you.
Thank you so much. Are you joking? Thanks so much for being on. Thank you so much for being on. I think people will be expecting us to talk potentially about the Autumn Internationals, which we can come on to.
Yeah.
I just want to take you back to March 2022. You're at Stowe School. We're at the StoneX. I say we're at the StoneX that day. How good was the KCS Wimbledon line-out that day? It was unbelievable, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good day at that game. You look back on fond memories of those kind of games, and lucky enough to get the win in that game. And as I said, it was a cool day.
It was a great day. That was the last time we shook hands. You'd won. You boys were pumped, quite rightfully so. You were amazing team. You had a brilliant game. I think that scrum half is still hurting from the tackle you put on him, potentially. I don't know. He still brings it up when I'm in touch with him now. But yeah, I remember Dylan Hartley coming on. We've just spoken about that. But what was that like, playing that kind of schoolboy rugby? It just looked like you absolutely loved playing for your school, for Stowe School.
Yeah, it was massive. It was kind of the first game we kind of either experienced playing at a kind of big stadium. Kind of get that exposure at a young age is good for you. And yeah, as I said, those kind of knockout games or those finals are kind of the game to play when you're younger. We had a great group of boys that whole year, and yeah, we just loved it. And then lucky enough to get the win in that game. And as I said, I look back with really fond memories.
Magic.
Henry, obviously a talented sportsman. We've heard about your golf and other bits and pieces you play. What was it about rugby and schoolboy rugby in particular that grabbed you and made you kind of stick in with that sport?
As you said, I grew up doing loads of sports. Very fortunate to kind of have a family that kind of gave me every opportunity when I was younger. And then, kind of as I got older, I just kind of narrowed down to rugby. I like the camaraderie, I like the team cohesion, how you kind of part of a team, part of like a brotherhood. And then, kind of just loved it. And then as I kind of got older, got kind of better at it, got the team was kind of doing well. And then, I kind of remember being like 17, 18, thinking this could potentially be my job. And then lucky enough to get signed with Northampton Saints out of school. And kind of gone on from there.
I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw you, you'd have been, 16, 17? In that match I saw you in, I think? Lower six.
Yeah.
And when I saw you, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to keep tabs on you. I remember watching you in England under-18s. I remember watching you in England under-20s. But if we go back to your upper sixth year, we're going to be talking next term about Roslyn Park Sevens. We're super excited about that. We're going to be the media lead of that tournament and can't wait. We just think, as teachers, we just thought it was wicked. Like, wicked week. Brilliant week. You did super well in your upper sixth year, didn't you? The Monday-Tuesday event.
Yeah, we did well on that. As you said, the Roslyn Park Sevens is an amazing tournament. It's the one kind of at schoolboy rugby you look forward to in the calendar. It's the kind of it's the big event at the end of the year, I guess. And it's kind of because you kind of play 15s the whole year, don't you? And then you kind of switch to sevens. So it's kind of always in the back of your mind, and you've got this kind of Roslyn Park coming up, and it's a great tournament.
Brilliant. And obviously 15,000 kids played there last year. It's the biggest schoolboy rugby tournament in the world, and it's fantastic to see so much going on. You played 15s, known for 15s. Would you have liked to crack at the 7 circuit? Had that still been up and running?
Potentially. You never want to say no to those kind of opportunities. Obviously, it's a different game, and it's probably lighter and kind of fitter. So there'd be kind of some adaptations to your physical self you'd have to do. But I'm never going to say no to an opportunity, I guess.
And just we've got Matt just round the corner, who the connection is. That 7 season, it would be remiss of me not to mention. We looked at your results from that 2023 season, which was just insane. Like, you boys tore it up, but you had a game against Haileybury.
Yeah,
Matt's school, mate. You drew it. I think it's the only one there. He's looking at you now. He's giving it to you that one. But don't you just love it? Like, that's
100%. Like, there's the games where tight margins, and unfortunately, I think we drew that game, did we?
Yeah, drew it.
Yeah, we drew that game. Yeah. So, and look, it's just one of those things, I guess.
Did you get a few tries in that 7th season?
I don't know.
Might have got a couple.
Yeah,
might dig in there. Might have got a few.
And we're obviously, what we're trying to do is shine a light on school sport, and we think there's some great stuff happening out there, and lots of other countries do it slightly better than we do, and we've started with rugby. But, how good were your school sports days at Stowe? What were the things you were involved in? And you must look back on with such fond memories. And probably, I imagine you're still in touch with all those guys, apart from the kid who got a red card against Oakham.
Yeah, he's not in the full memory of mine, but no. Yeah, like the schoolboy scene is massive. Like you see in South Africa how they have kind of every sport and every kind of level streamed. It's something that needs to happen in England. And I think it's only good for the kind of sport and the schools to kind of promote it. But yeah, as I said, kind of the schoolboy like playing at Stowe is an amazing place. That first scene picture from the school is iconic, right? You kind of. I look back on it with such fond memories, and obviously, as you said earlier, like the friendships around it. Got such good friends from there, and memories that will last a lifetime.
I love that. And you're right about the streaming. Like, how good would it have been if you'd have had like that live stream and commentators at those games? But if we talk about your fixture list, your circuit, if you like, do you remember what the big game was for you? Because Stowe have had a great season, by the way, this year. The first 15 have done really, really well in the Daily Mail Trophy League. They're top 20. They've got a massive game against Northampton School for Boys coming up.
Yeah.
So, do you remember any of the big rivalries?
Well, yeah, you kind of look back at all the kind of the Oakhams, the Rugbys, the Uppians. I think especially Oakham, we had a kind of rivalry with them. We played them in the under-15s, and I actually don't remember what score. We played them in the under-15s, and then we also played in the 18s. So there's always kind of a rivalry with them, and they had some Saints players in their team, like Toby Cousins was in their team, who was a teammate of mine. But yeah, look, you kind of look at all those schools, and yeah, you kind of always see them as like the big names of the rivalry, I guess.
Yeah.
And then thinking about, again, the schoolboy days and the academy days, some staff put in one hell of a shift to, make sure that program's provided for all those pupils. Is there one member of staff that you look back and remember fondly, from your time there?
I'd probably say Will Parkin. He was kind of part of the Northampton State Academy. He used to come to school at Stowe when I was 16, probably once or twice a week for 2 or 3 years. And he was always there, kind of just doing extra skills, just playing games with us, just keeping our hand-eye coordination up. And then as I kind of got older, I got more serious into kind of meetings and about kind of like video reviews on the games and this kind of thing. So he was great, and I was working with the under-18s in England men's team. And yeah, he was a great kind of person to kind of grow up with. And then there's also like the S&Cs that we have someone called Jason, who's now actually my senior coach in Northampton in the S&C department. He's come to Stowe once or twice a week, if not more, and just do one-on-one and like kind of programming me. Obviously, I was quite small kind of growing up, so his kind of impact on me was massive, and definitely I wouldn't be here without him.
Yeah, and you say you were quite small. I would say you weren't that small. You were still big enough to clatter into a few of our boys that afternoon. Like that S&C, the athletic development. We had Danny Grucock on, who runs a program at Clifton now.
Yeah.
We were speaking to him about that, the eating. How important has it been for you to like properly commit to that S&C pathway?
Yeah, massive. It's something that once you go into senior rugby and you go into the men's game, you need to kind of have that. You need to kind of adapt to it. And the best way to do that is to put on muscle mass. So Jason's been great with me. We probably put on, I don't know, a lot of weight in the last 3 or 4 years. Probably started in the academy around 95, 90 kg. And now sitting around 105. So he's been great in me, and we're still working very closely now. And it's great to kind of have someone that's kind of worked with you your whole career. And yeah, I can probably speak on his behalf that it's amazing for him to see kind of where I've gone, and he's always been there for me.
Mate, can he do anything for me? I'm 43 and I'm still searching a rig. When I played rugby with Matt at university, he will attest to the chicken legs. Can he do anything?
He'll be able to do a little bit, yeah.
If you could hook me up, that'd be unbelievable. Everybody keeps saying squat rack and gold top milk, but I don't know, it hasn't worked for 20 years.
And I'm looking to go the other way. I'm looking to lose someone. Yeah, exactly. Brilliant. Henry, we're just going to touch on, obviously, England rugby. You've got a really exciting season with Saints Champions Cup this weekend. 11 from 11. Tell me how that Autumn Nation series went for you guys.
Yeah, it was mad. It was just an amazing experience for me personally. My kind of first taste of England rugby at kind of the home at Twickenham Stadium. Yeah, it was great. You kind of go into the autumn, kind of looking at the games when they're playing, and those kind of big games, the Australia, the New Zealands, the Argentina games, and I was lucky enough to be involved in all 4 of them. And yeah, just amazing memories. Obviously, we won all 4 of them. As you said, on 11 games unbeaten now, so we're building something special. The team's got a lot more to come, and I feel like we're going somewhere special.
And the World Cup draw just come out as well. Like, we don't necessarily have to comment on that, but it just starts getting, we were talking about it this morning over a coffee, it just gets everybody super excited, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. It gets excited, gets the kind of the rugby world talking. Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to the kind of next campaign in the Six Nations and getting back together as a group after this kind of block back at the clubs. But yeah, we're just trying to build each campaign into into being one of the best teams we can be.
And you clearly love playing for England as you went through the pathway. There'll be lads listening to this who are in like Quins or Northampton, Bath, and they'll have one eye on that. They'll have one eye on England under-18 training camp, England under-20s. I remember when the under-20s, you won the Six Nations. Was it away in Italy or something?
It was away in France.
Away in France, wasn't it? I mean, massive, like unbelievable. And what a game that was. Was it just playing like 18s and 20s with your mates and getting to know them?
Actually, weirdly, that game we won in France was in Pau, which is where we're playing this weekend with Saints. So it's going to be some cool memories. It's kind of the pathway at England's great. It kind of gives you exposure to the kind of senior environment. And for me, being in the academy at Saints, it kind of gave me that kind of extra kind of, I guess, boost into kind of different rugby and different styles of playing. Experience for me, and it's all about experiences, all about memories. And they talk about brotherhood loads and that kind of emerging group. And yeah, it's a great environment to be part of.
Brilliant. And obviously camaraderie, experiences, you've mentioned loads, and you seem like a real genuine, you genuinely enjoy those. We can't let you go without mentioning the Lions. How crazy was that journey from England 20s and the Six Nations through to coming off the bench for England and then getting selected for the Lions? What an experience.
Yeah, it was mad. That last year was crazy. Obviously starting out the year in the champ and the year ending with the Lions, it was amazing. Yeah, you kind of never really expect it, and then when it happens, it's kind of, it's a whirlwind of emotions. And obviously my family and friends are so proud and amazing they came out and watched me in Australia. It was an amazing tour to be a part of. Obviously we won down on their first team to go back-to-back, I believe. So yeah, it was amazing to be part of that, and I learned so much from the players there and the coaches. But yeah, obviously I'm a bit gutted I didn't play in one of the test matches, so there's still kind of some bite from there that I want to kind of go back and play in a test match. So, but yeah, the experience and the memories from there will last a lifetime.
Brilliant. So watch this space then. And it's mentioned your relationship with Johnny Sexton. How weird was that? Well, talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was just weird. Like, I remember he was chatting to Finn, saying, how do I kind of connect with Henry? And Finn Smith would just like to take the piss out of him. So we ended up having this kind of relationship where we just took the piss out of each other, like we were just best mates. Then towards the end of it, we got really friendly. Still in contact with him now, and he's messaging him loads. And he's a kind of great kind of role model for me to look up to, and a great person to kind of talk to in sport, as he was one of the best to ever do it. So I'm very lucky that we have a good relationship now.
Oh, that's just awesome, isn't it, to have those mentors? You've been incredibly generous with your time, mate. Absolute legend. I am going to WhatsApp you that line out. I've got an unbelievable clip. You might be in it. I'm desperate for you to see it, but Henry, we really, really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on.
Henry, before you go, any advice for those young kids up and coming? What advice would you give to those kids who are playing Roslyn Park in the position that you were in, very, very recently?
Any advice I'd give, I would just say enjoy it. You never know kind of how long or short your career is going to be. And those memories you make when you're younger are those memories that you kind of take on your career. And if you're not enjoying it, then you should be playing it, in my eyes. So yeah, just enjoy it, enjoy every kind of moment, and yeah, look forward to everything, I guess.
Henry, thank you so much. Listen, we've been Little and Large. This is Beyond the Try Line, and he has been Henry Pollock. Thanks for your time, Henry.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.